Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A familiar script appears to be unfolding as the country approaches the national elections next year. It started with most non-NDA political parties giving a call for unity and leaders like Nitish Kumar and Sharad Pawar putting together the building blocks of the said alliance, in theory at least. They have even come up with a potent 450-plus formula to put up a united front, which means one candidate of the entire opposition versus one candidate of the BJP on 450 seats. And this is the trump card. But mathematical formulas and theories hardly hold in the world of real politics. The developments in the past few hours have only widened the natural fault lines dividing the opposition ranks. A key constituent of the united opposition mission, the Samajwadi Party and its chief, Akhilesh Yadav, declared he would fight the BJP on all 80 Lok Sabha seats of Uttar Pradesh without sparing a thought about other claimants such as the Congress Party in Uttar Pradesh. Listen in.
आपने कहा 80 सीटें हराएंगे तो समाजवादी पार्टी ये शिविर और ट्रेनिंग कराने के बाद कितनी सीटें जीत रही है आपके हिसाब से? जो 80 के 80 ये वोट हमारे पास है, पार्टी के पास वोट है, वोट मिल ही रहा है। हर कितने से 1000 लोग स्ट्रेटजी क्या है कि बस इसको टिकट दिला दो, एमआईएम से इसको टिकट दिला दो, ये स्ट्रेटजी है। और अगर आप हमारे पत्रकार साथी है, आप केवल दो ही पार्टियों की एनालिसिस कर लो कि इन्होंने हमारे प्रत्याशियों को हराने के लिए टिकट दी थी कि नहीं दी थी, आपको रिजल्ट पता लग जाएगा।
So that is Akhilesh Yadav, who says 80 seats in Uttar Pradesh will go to the Samajwadi Party. What happens then to the Congress Party? Well, 3 days ago in Bengal, a Congress worker was shot dead, leading to the party's ties with the TMC hitting rock bottom. The grand old party has given a stern message to Mamata Banerjee, saying that violence rules Bengal. Listen in to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who's also the leader of the Congress Party in the Lok Sabha.
পশ্চিমবঙ্গের তৃণমূল পার্টির একটা বলতে চাই যে যদি রক্ত নিয়ে হোলি খেলার ইচ্ছা থাকে তাহলে নির্বাচন করে লাভ নেই। বুলেটে নির্বাচন যদি করতেই হয় তাহলে ব্যালটের নামে নাটক করে লাভ নেই। এই কংগ্রেস কর্মীর রক্ত কিন্তু আমরা ব্যর্থ হতে দেব না। এই বাংলা থেকে তৃণমূলকে উচ্ছেদ করার প্রতিজ্ঞা নিয়েই আমরা রাজনীতি করছি এবং করব। কোনোভাবেই বাংলার মুখ্যমন্ত্রী আপনাকে আমরা খুনের রাজনীতি করে এই বাংলাকে দখল করতে দেব না।
Not just any comment. He accused the Trinamool Congress of playing a holy with blood. It's as serious as that. And then the inherent contradictions within the opposition bloc were also aptly exposed by Omar Abdullah, who rejected to back the Aam Aadmi Party's campaign against a central ordinance while suggesting that this unity was a unity of convenience. Listen in to Omar Abdullah's googly for Arvind Kejriwal.
अब अरविंद केजरीवाल मुसीबत में है तो आज उनको हमारी सपोर्ट की जरूरत है, लेकिन ये लोग कहाँ थे जब 2019 में हमारे साथ इतना बड़ा धोखा हुआ? कौन था जो हमारे साथ खड़ा हुआ? ये आज जो शोर कर रहे हैं, जो कहते हैं कि आइन को बचाओ, जमहूरियत को बचाओ, डेमोक्रेसी को बचाओ, ये थे कहाँ? हमारा वहां पे डेमोक्रेटिक मर्डर हुआ और इन्होंने चूं तक नहीं किया। क्या इन्होंने तो साथ दिया? कुल मिला के 3-4 पार्टियां हैं जिन्होंने हमेशा हमारा साथ दिया होगा। एक डीएमके, एक ममता बनर्जी टीएमसी, लेफ्ट की 2 पार्टियां। इन 4 को छोड़ के मुझे 5वां कोई दिखाइए जिन्होंने कभी भी पूरी तरह से हमारा साथ दिया।
Well, Omar Abdullah shot off even Rahul Gandhi's Congress and of course Arvind Kejriwal with the same bullet. Now, it is natural that the NCP patriarch Sharad Pawar has warned that any hopes of victory against the BJP will be just that, a dream without a workable, united opposition alliance. But is the term opposition unity a possibility or just a theory that doesn't seem to be adding up on the ground? That really is the challenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight: is the joint Vipaksh a mirage or reality? That's the question and that's the debate. Coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, Smita Prakash, editor ANI, Abbas Haider, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Vivek Bansal, senior leader of the Congress Party, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, supports the Aam Aadmi Party. But my first question goes to Biswajit Deb, national spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress and senior advocate. And Mr. Biswajit Deb, I want to ask you this. The Congress has gone hammer and tongs at the TMC, not just about the violence in Bengal, but also about the OBC report and the details therein. I want to ask you, Mr. Biswajit Deb, if Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is literally going at the Trinamool Congress like a machine gun, do you think on the 23rd of June there's possibility that you will shake hands in the larger interest of the Lok Sabha polls and an alliance?
Well, these are all local issues. I can assure you that 2024 is the election of change. It will be a change of the BJP government at the center. If you look at the entire scenario, South India, BJP is completely wiped off. There is no BJP. It is minus BJP in South India. Now you come to the other states. Mamata Banerjee has given a clarion call that whoever the regional parties are strong in their respective states, they will contest. They will contest. And leave aside Congress. Congress is strong in 200 seats approximately. We will all support Congress in those seats. And in the other states like Bihar, it is Nitish Kumar and it is Tejasvi Yadav. In UP, it is obviously Akhilesh Yadav. So like this, we will obviously see that each of the regional parties, they are able to contest wherever they are strong. And ultimately, it will be an election of change in 2024. We have seen enough. The people of India has seen enough. It is not a double engine government. It is a terrible engine government. It's a trouble engine government. And the people of India are bent upon to change this government. And the opposition will definitely unite and they will come to a common platform on this particular issue. We will see that 2024, this particular government is out of power. Because if you want to save India, if you want to save democracy, if you want to save the constitution, it is the only option that this particular government should go. People will vote against this particular government and ensure that democracy is again reinstalled in this particular country, that we have democracy in this country. And you see what happened in Delhi? Even Supreme Court is not spared. In Delhi,
but Omar Abdullah is not convinced. But Omar Abdullah is not convinced, but that's another story. Let Mr. Vivek Bansal, if I'm not disturbing your dinner.
Everybody will be convinced.
Okay.
Everybody will be convinced. Don't worry, everybody will be convinced.
I'm not worried,
These are all local issues.
I wish you well. I wish you well. And Mr. Vivek Bansal, my question to you is, it's already been declared by the Trinamool Congress that the Congress Party is strong in approximately 200 seats across the country. So is the Congress Party content on contesting 200, winning how many we don't know, but last time you contested 421 and you won 52 seats. This time, are you happy with contesting only 200 seats? Is that all right?
Navika, whatever Mr. Deb is saying on behalf of TMC or whatever his assessment of party's prospects is concerned, that is, I appreciate that. But to say that we are going to contest 200 seats, that's a decision to be taken by our top leaders. And definitely, it's going to be much more than that, and that can be sorted out. That would be sorted out with between the opposition leaders and the Congress once we sit on the table, we sit across the table. So I don't think that's such a big issue. But don't worry. Let me just tell you one thing: that 24 2024 is not going to be NDA's election, it's going to be opposition election. And whosoever has any doubts about it, that they would be dispelled after post voting of the 2024 election. So let's not worry about that how we would share the seats or Congress would rest content with the 200 seats. It's not that very that can be sorted out.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, Vivek Bansal ji. My only question is, as a political analyst and a journalist who's covered politics for 3 decades, I just want to know how are you going to work it out? And I am asking you this, that in the 42 seats of Bengal, you're being told that you can't contest here. In the 80 seats of Uttar Pradesh, you're being told you can't contest here either. In the other 40 odd seats in Bihar, you're being told यहाँ भी आपके लिए जगह नहीं है. जम्मू कश्मीर में पता नहीं उमर अब्दुल्ला तो आपको कुछ मान भी नहीं रहे हैं. So how many states are you going to drop off from India's map as a national party?
Navika, it's not that we are going to have pan-India alliance. There may be some discordant notes. And like we say that we agree to disagree, where we suppose, like you are saying in UP, we would, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav says that he's going to contest 80 seats. So that would be sorted out. In case if any opposition leader has any reservations on that or conceding the seats to the Congress party, our leadership would thresh it out. I am very confident about it. Definitely our share of seats, I believe, and whatever my assessment is, it's going to be much more than that.
Shehzad Poonawalla, सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है. You have to worry about winning seats and forming a government because the opposition is all sorted. Small differences will be papered over. सब कुछ चंगा है. Respond, please.
शुरुआत में एक शायरी याद आ रही है, ख्याल हो या हो हकीकत या हो फसाना, वो निस्ती हो या हस्ती हो, तिलिस्म खाना. तो मुझे लगता है कि तिलिस्म खाना है. और देखिए आज एक वैसा दिन है कि टुडे यू हैव सीन दैट इंडियाज इकोनॉमी हैज एडेड 1.75 ट्रिलियन इन लास्ट 9 years. We have added 2 trillion in last 60 years and 1.75 trillion in the last 9 years. We are the fastest growing economy. It's part of your second debate that we are the bright spot. So on the one hand you have Modi with a mission and vision, and on the other hand you have a jamavda of those who are there for family ka political profession, commission, corruption and ambition for position. And therefore forget chehra. I'm not even asking who your chehra is, but because the Morgan Stanley report has said that stability is essential for this kind of economic growth, we must know what is the agenda. And let us ask only 3 basic questions. On the front of economy and corruption, does the Congress party and Mr. Bansal agree that Manish Sisodia is being hounded by the agencies, or is Manish Sisodia corrupt? On the issue of national security and national importance, Article 370's removal was supported by Aam Aadmi Party. Is the Aam Aadmi Party today in support of it, or is it with the Congress? It is against the abrogation of Article 370. And on the issue of an issue that the Aam Aadmi Party itself had said that the Congress, the Lalu Prasad Yadav's party, the party of RJD, party of Samajwadi Party, all of them are head to toe in corruption. Have they taken back that stand, or are they continuing with that stand? And on the issue of constitution, save the constitution. Today Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has said constitution is being butchered in West Bengal by TMC. The Aam Aadmi Party is saying ordinance hatao, constitution bachao. Congress party is saying nothing doing. So on these 3 fundamental agendas, are they seeing eye to eye? They are not seeing eye to eye, and therefore the people of this country are very smart. They know that we can't go back into the era of the 90s where Deve Gowda was propped up, then Inder Kumar Gujral was propped up, वो सरकारें बनी, बग बिगड़ी, गिरी. इस प्रकार की कांग्रेस की जो राजनीति थी गठबंधन की, people have rejected it, but some people want to drive their car in reverse gear, and therefore they want to continue to take India backward. But the people have moved ahead, and they want a mission and vision, not this family profession and political corruption.
Let me get in Akashdeep Muni. Akashdeep Muni ji.
Can I come in?
Yes, Akashdeep. I wanted to ask you. Umar Abdullah doesn't want to support you. Congress party on many subjects doesn't want to support you. तो ये कौन सा गठबंधन है? What kind of an alliance is this, where you will find your own islands of support, own islands of agreement, and you will still stand together and hold your hands up saying we are all united just to remove Narendra Modi?
No, talking of coalition and alliance, you know, I would have been happier that if you have shown the bites of AIADMK who are burning the posters of BJP in Tamil Nadu, who are their allies, you know, and I would be happier if you would have shown the Vice President BJP's comments on AIADMK when he says that they're good for nothing. You know, you should have also shown the bites of MNP, Manipur National Front, who says that they don't need BJP altogether to fight in Manipur, and they don't agree with the policies of BJP. And I'm quoting Shahzad ji is here. He can say that I'm wrong if I'm wrong. You should have shown SKM also, who are against BJP in their part of Sikkim. My point is that, you know, there has been differences in issues. This is democracy, where there will be differences in the point of issue. But when it comes to the constitution, when it comes to democracy, like take for example Delhi. Delhi has an elected government from 80 seats, from 70 seats, 62 are with Aam Aadmi Party. Still, they don't have the power to govern. LG, who is nominated by the Bharatiya Janata Party, has the power to govern. Today, if there is a problem, there is a
question is on that. The question is on that, Akashdeep Muni. The question is on the ordinance. The BJP is against you. Point well taken. But the Congress is also against you. तो विवेक बंसल आपके दोस्त हैं या नहीं है? Yes or no?
In this country, if anybody supports the constitution and democracy, they won't be against the Aam Aadmi Party's call for unison regarding the ordinance that has been brought by BJP.
Mr. Vivek Bansal, are you supporting the Aam Aadmi Party on the ordinance
Navika,
issue?
I'm
coming to you, Shehzad. Just a minute. Vivek Bansal, are you supporting
Navika ji, first of all, I would like to rebut what Mr. Shehzad Punewala was saying, and then I'll answer this question of yours. That what would be our stand? Anything, you know, which is the biggest thing which is hurting the party is the government is working against the constitution. Government is throttling the democracy. Government is, in the name of this communal politics, it's disrupting the society. As far as you say that anything which is against the constitution, we are going to support that. And when he said, he asked certain question, Mr. Shehzad Punewala, I would like to say that वो कहते हैं ना तू इधर उधर की ना बात कर, बता कि कारवा क्यों लुटा, मुझे रहजनों से गरेज नहीं, तेरी रहबरी का सवाल है. What is happening in the country today? Today everybody is insecure. Nobody can raise their voice. These wrestlers had been there for such a long time, and there was not a word from our honorable Prime Minister. And those on the one hand we tend to say that ladki padhao, ladki bachao. And on the other, those the poor female wrestlers had been, you know, roughing out in this at Jantar Mantar, and nobody was seriously concerned about their problems. And they were day in day out. They had been shouting just because of the fact that their own men had been involved. And because of that, nobody had the guts.
Mr. Vivek Bansal, nobody is questioning the facts that you're putting forward. Those are the platform, those are the issues on which you are on a same platform as opposition parties against the BJP. And we completely appreciate the issues that you are raising. My question to you was on the Aam Aadmi Party. On the ordinance issue, are you supporting them or not supporting them? Yes or no?
Listen, Navika ji, I have made my stand clear that anything which is against the constitution, party stands by that. And the party would take a
ये तो बड़ा गोलमोल जवाब है सर, बड़ा गोलमोल जवाब है. कल अगर किसी को वोट देने जाना है तो वो क्या करेगा, वो क्या समझेगा? आप आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ हो कि खिलाफ हो?
Party had been very forthcoming on issues which are against the constitution, which the party feel that somehow the voice of the spirit of the constitution is being decimated. Party tends to come
Shehzad Punewala, respond, and Smita, I'm coming to you. Shehzad, you wanted to rebut.
Yeah. Navika, first of all, if democracy is being smothered and slaughtered, कर्नाटक और हिमाचल में स्मॉदर और स्लॉटर हुआ या वहां पर बहाल था डेमोक्रेसी? दूसरी बात, ये डेमोक्रेटिक राइट्स की बड़ी बातें करते हैं, ये संजय राउत का बयान है, मैं बार बार कोट करता हूं, मुस्लिम वोटिंग राइट्स शुड बी रिवोक्ड। इनके साथ ये गठबंधन कर रहे हैं। इज दिस डेमोक्रेटिक, इज दिस सेक्युलर और नॉट सेक्युलर? थर्ड पॉइंट वेरी क्विकली, देखिए मेरा जवाब मिल गया मुझे, वो निस्ती है या वो हस्ती तिल्ज़्म खाना, या है वो दरअसल कांग्रेस का कारखाना, कुर्बानी का कारखाना? ये कांग्रेस की कुर्बानी का कारखाना है। जो टीएमसी के प्रवक्ता ने स्टेटमेंट दिया इनिशियली दैट कांग्रेस शुड फाइट 200 सीट्स, अ कांग्रेस पार्टी विच इज एबल टू फाइट 400-450 सीट्स। यूपी में अखिलेश इज सेइंग 80 सीट्स वी विल फाइट, दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी सेइंग 7 सीट्स वी विल फाइट, पंजाब में आप इज सेइंग वी विल फाइट ऑल द सीट्स देयर, केरल लेफ्ट इज सेइंग लीव इट टू अस, इन अदर स्टेट्स आल्सो कांग्रेस इज बीइंग टोल्ड नो एंट्री फॉर यू। तो कांग्रेस के पास बचा क्या? कांग्रेस के पास बचा कर्नाटका, कांग्रेस के पास बचा हिमाचल प्रदेश, कांग्रेस के पास बचा राजस्थान और छत्तीसगढ़। और 2018 में वहां पर जीतने के बाद भी 2019 में क्या हुआ वो सबके सामने है। और देखिए विवेक बंसल जी, मुझे केवल इतना बता दीजिए, जस्ट टेल मी दिस मच, that your leader Sandeep Dixit has said on ordinance issue we are not supporting Congress, we are not supporting Aam Aadmi Party. Is Sandeep Dixit right or are you right? Please tell me.
Well, Mr. Shahzad, let me say that Sandeep Dixit said he may be having his own opinion. He's not the spokesperson of the party, and party would take an official stand on that. And our point of
you are also not the spokesperson of the party.
No. But I'm basically giving the policy of stand of the party on democratic issues or wherever the democracy we feel that is being threatened.
Okay.
What is the stand on Manish Sisodia's arrest?
We have been always very forthcoming on that.
Well, this issue about democracy is rather confusing. I want to ask Smita Prakash. Smita Prakash, you and I have seen many elections. We've covered many elections in Parliament. We've seen many governments come and go. I don't for a minute question the reason why the opposition is coming together, and they're right to come together. I'm not even questioning whether or not they will be a homogeneous mixture. That's not the point. The point is, in the run-up to the first meeting of the joint opposition, there are so many divergent voices that are coming in. I want to just ask you, is this opposition alliance just a mathematical formula to build up candidates for 450 seats, or does chemistry have any role to play in this? Is it only addition, subtraction, or is it something to do with the fact that everybody every second day or every 24 hours has a pile of allegations against the other, but one fine day they will all come together and save the democracy and save the constitution? Is that something the people of India, the voters, will believe?
Yes.
Well, whether it can happen or not, as you said, we've seen anything can happen. I mean, India could have won the Cricket World Cup Test Championship too, but it didn't. As far as you talking about the chemistry or the mathematics is concerned, let's talk about the history also. Mr. Pawar mentioned the 70s, right? And he said, "Tab hua to aaj bhi ho sakta hai." In the 70s, the opposition parties got together, and the Bharatiya Jana Sangh, which is the parent body of the BJP, that was part of the grouping. The Congress was successful in pulling down the government of Mirage Desai, the first prime minister in history to resign. Then came Charan Singh. Just before Singh was to prove his majority in Lok Sabha, Indira Gandhi pulls down his government. The ignominy of it that he's the only prime minister who didn't even face the parliament. So those who evoked the 70s, so as you said, chemistry and mathematics dekhe, to history bhi dekhni lena chahiye na, that let's look at it and see what the Congress did to coalitions in the past. Now you have Kapil Sibal, who a former congressman, suddenly Gyan comes and he says that the Congress party should be the fulcrum of this anti-BJP front. Logically, it makes sense because as Shehzad pointed out, I think that there are 4 states. So they are in power in more states than other regional parties. But look at the irony of it, that in attempting this pre-election coalition, the Congress will have to battle conflicting regional interests, conflicting aspirations, leadership aspirations. They'll have to battle with ideological differences, and these parties will have to work under Rahul Gandhi. Yes, accept it that if in 4 states the Congress is in power, right now these parties are not telling their cadres the truth. The fact is that if they either they live in oblivion for the next 5 years, or else they come together to defeat Narendra Modi. And if they come to defeat Narendra Modi, accept it that you have to work under Rahul Gandhi. You don't want to admit it to your cadres, but that is the fact. So that is what they have to come into and some kind of an understanding. Nitish, Uddhav, Pawar, KCR, Stalin, Mamta, Kejriwal, all their personal ambitions will have to be set aside, and they will have to convince their cadres that Rahul Gandhi should be the Prime Minister.
Are you ready to do that, Abbas Haider? And while Smita talked about Charan Singh as well as Morarji Desai, she probably didn't tell you about IK Gujral and the United Front government, which was also pulled down.
Yeah.
It was pulled down by, again, the Congress party taking back the support. So many governments have been brought down by the Congress party. But are you still ready? Are you still ready to become an alliance partner of the Congress party and work under Rahul Gandhi, as Smita Prakash said?
Navika ji, since most of your panelists have used a couplet, so I would not stay behind. I'll also use one. 1000 बर्फ गिरे, लाख आंधियां उठे, वो फूल खिल के रहेंगे जो खिलने वाले. So I think
ये 23 तारीख को कोई मुशायरा तो नहीं है ना ऑपोजिशन यूनिटी की?
Started with a Urdu couplet, so then Vivek ji and I. So I think, Navika ji, there might be some practical difficulties, but they will come up with the alliance. The opposition is naturally formulating a strong strategy to counter Bharatiya Janata Party, and naturally Samajwadi Party is the strongest party in Uttar Pradesh, the main opposition party with the strongest cadre, strongest public support, and people of Uttar Pradesh are looking forward for Samajwadi Party because they want change. They have given 2 chances to Bharatiya Janata Party, but the betrayal of Bharatiya Janata Party has led people to think that they need change. They want opposition parties to come up in power, and I'm quite sure by 2024 there'll be a strong alliance of opposition parties which will form a government.
And how many seats are you giving in Uttar Pradesh to the Congress party?
Navika ji, we will strategize this on the seats, but as of now, Samajwadi Party is strong enough. Samajwadi Party is prepared to fight all the 80 Lok Sabha seats with the existing alliance of RLD and other regional parties.
मुबारक हो विवेक बंसल जी, मुबारक हो विवेक बंसल जी, 80 के 80 समाजवादी पार्टी इन उत्तर प्रदेश.
देखिए नाविका जी, मैं आपसे बता दूं, ये सब चीजें ठीक है. Everybody is within their rights to say कि whatever they feel, whatever they have, their conviction is. But for what leaders are going to sit together? They have to thresh it out now. Thresh out these inherent contradictions, and
of course you will sit and you will figure out. But may I tell you, Vivek Bansal ji, the writing is on the wall. If this opposition alliance has to come together and has to be a practical alternative, then the title of the film that the Congress party will have to play is Kurbani. आपको कुर्बानी देनी पड़ेगी बहुत सारी सीटों की. Are you ready for that? It's my straight question to you.
It is going to be a two-way traffic. कुर्बानी तो definitely हर किसी को देनी होगी. Not only Congress or regional parties को भी देनी होगी. We have to accommodate each other. If at all we have to go into a united front, I think everybody has to be excised or basically deprived of their seats.
Mr. Biswajit Deb, are you prepared to give a few seats to the Congress party in Bengal?
These issues, I think these are all minor issues which will be settled before 2024, and I am again repeating that the election of 2024 will be an election of change, with a united opposition giving a tough fight to the BJP, and the BJP will be out of power, because it is high time that the people of India has understood that this particular autocratic force should be removed and a democracy should be installed in India. And if democracy should be installed, then only one option is there, that this government led by BJP should be removed. You can see that each and every aspect, what they are doing, it is only a government of the agencies,
Navika,
for the agencies and by the agencies.
Okay.
This is what they are doing.
All right. So Shehzad Poonawala, many alliance partners have left the BJP also and gone in the last 9 years. Your only partners, according to Mr. Biswajit Deb, are the two agencies, ED and CBI, and maybe you can add the income tax department to it as well. I want to ask you, Shehzad Poonawala, 10 years of anti-incumbency and a joint opposition. How big a challenge will it be for the BJP?
Navika, this is the first time after 2014 that political journalists and stalwarts like you and Smita have started speaking a term of pro-incumbency. Uttar Pradesh never had a history of repeating governments, repeats a government. Uttarakhand repeats a government. Gujarat government repeats after 27 years. So many traditions have been broken and pro-incumbency has come into our political lingo. And out of 41 elections that were conducted from 2014, 21 have been won by BJP. Out of 6 elections conducted after Bharat Jodo, 4 have been won by BJP and 2 general elections have been won by BJP. If that is not pro-incumbency, then I can only say that, okay, we'll see when 2024 comes, just like 2019. But having said that, let me make a couple of very important points. It is not Kurbani. It is Kurbani from Congress and Meherbani of the regional parties. And what kind of Meherbani? Look at what Samajwadi Party has said. He said we are the strongest party in UP. अब एक नगर निगम जीता नहीं है, but they are self-declared strongest party, which means Congress party will play second or third or fourth fiddle there. Similarly, in TMC ruled Bengal also they will play third or fourth fiddle there. But let me ask a very fundamental question. One second, sir. Can I please make my point before you butt in? Let me make one point and then you can butt in. Samajwadi Party के प्रवक्ता, can you please, Mr. Hafiz,
37.8% vote.
Mr. Saeed,
the remaining.
What is his name?
Samajwadi Party
spokesperson, Mr.
That's
Hafiz.
Mr. Biswajit Deb. Everybody is gone for your jugular.
Whoever's. Now let me.
And Smita also wants to come in.
They will all go for my jugular.
No, but Smita also has a question for you. So just hold your thought.
Very quickly, I'll quit. Very quickly.
You answer that along with Smita's questions. So Smita, what are you rebutting Shehzad on?
Okay, please.
See, I just 2 points which I want to make, Shehzad. I will come to second. First, I want to rebut the person who said that democracy needs to be installed in 2024. I'm sorry, democracy was installed when the constitution was written and when we got freedom. So there is no installation of democracy which needs to be done. The second thing is, Shehzad, pro-incumbency and all is fine. But the fact is that after two terms, it is extremely hard. And the BJP cannot sit smug
that the opposition can raise their voice? Do you think that the opposition can raise their voice?
Of course, you're raising your voice every evening on every national television. Where is the problem?
Any question in the parliament?
Where is the problem? Every night
you have freedom of expression. You are there every single day on television channels. There is freedom of media. You keep saying don't worry to anchors. The point is, sir, we don't need to worry at all. We journalists will be here. Your governments come and go. It doesn't matter to us. We have been here for decades together, seen governments come and go and talk about democracy being demolished, and only when you come to power, then democracy functions. The rest of the time, it's not functioning. Unfortunately for you, we have seen democracy functioning regardless of whichever party comes to power. Thank God for that. Now, Shehzad, if I may come to this,
unfortunately we have seen what happened, how the bills are bulldozed in parliament without any discussion. We have seen how the farm laws were bulldozed in parliament without any discussion. We have seen each and every bill being bulldozed in the parliament without any discussion.
Mr. Biswajit Deb, the Trinamool Congress's track record in the West Bengal Assembly should also be looked at. The violence post-elections in West Bengal should also be looked at. The violence during panchayat polls last time and even in the last 2-3 days should be looked at. So let's not give lessons to each other. the lady Smita Prakash is speaking.
You must also know who is the party which is instigating violence.
Mr.
in West Bengal.
Let democracy be
All right.
Let there be democracy in this debate.
Just a minute, Mr. Deb, Smita Prakash is making a point. Please allow her. It's only fair. Let's have democratic values on the panel as well. Smita Prakash, complete your point.
Shehzad, what I wanted to say was that, the opposition seems like there are a lot of fault lines, but the fact is that the Congress party has a number of very seasoned hands who have practiced Chanakya Niti, and they know that being in the opposition for 10 years, being in oblivion, there is a hunger to come to power. So for the young guns to sit in the BJP and say that, oh, we have been winning state elections, and Mr. Modi, there can be nobody like Mr. Modi, and the people of the country know it. But the fact is that these permutations and combinations, the Congress knows very well. So it is for the BJP to realize that it's not enough to just sit smug and just hope that everybody believes in Mr. Modi and votes for Mr. Modi.
Respond, Shehzad.
Absolutely, Smita, and that was a response in response to Navika's question that there is overwhelming anti-incumbency, so I countered her with a factual statement. But having said that, that doesn't mean that we are sitting idle or we are only waiting for one factor to play. In fact, the accusation on the BJP is that BJP is constantly in election mode, that we are constantly planning for the next election. And the worst thing any political party can do is to be complacent. And surely the BJP led by JP Nadda ji is not a complacent force. We try to improve even where we have won. We try to reach a 50% plus vote share. And for that, we make our schemes reach the people and we communicate to the people constantly. So there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. Actually, it's very good feedback and we continue to take that most humbly. But having said that, Smita, let me just put one point across. These people say that they are here to save the constitution, of which Samajik Nyaya is a very important factor. The Bengal government, out of 170 odd castes, only identified 118 castes of Muslim as OBC. Today I want to ask the Samajwadi Party Pravakta, Mr. Khan, I think his name, Mr. Haider. Mr. Haider, out of 170 OBC castes, Mr. Abbas Haider, out of 170 castes of OBC, Didi identified 118 Muslim OBC castes. In Muslims, actually, there are no castes. 90% are only Muslims. What about the OBC is there? What about their सामाजिक न्याय? This is state-sponsored सामाजिक अन्याय. एक बार तो बोलिए सर, एक बार बोलिए मिस्टर हैदर, कुछ तो बोलिए.
Social justice. What about caste census in Uttar Pradesh? People of UP feel betrayed because you are not ready to do caste census.
You are ducking the question of Bengal. You are ducking the question of Bengal. But it's only natural, ladies and gentlemen. When there are specific issues, most opposition parties will duck those specific issues because those issues will be state issues or at least categorized like that by the opposition. The question tonight is, will the chemistry work and will history be remembered by voters when they go out to vote? Because what the opposition is finding as a commonality in a factor to try and take on the BJP is the fact that they have all together been out of power in New Delhi, in Parliament for 10 years. And that is the only fear that is bringing them together. Because if there is another victory for the BJP, what will happen to all of these parties and their national dreams in 2029 is something that worries them. And that is the Fevicol that is making them come together. Whether that Fevicol works from now up until 2024 when elections happen, we'll have to wait and watch. But the big meeting coming up in Patna on the 23rd of June, who's going to give what Kurbani and what are they going to walk out with, we'll have to wait and watch. Clearly 2024 is not an easy battle for either side. Who gets their strategy better possibly will win the elections of 2024. Watch this space as we bring to you the latest on every strategy that happens on every political camp, whether it is on the BJP side or the opposition. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other side, ladies and